that the commandment of God is a lamp. And the teaching that He has for us in this and on other things of life is light. You know, that's very important when we're in a dark place, right? That we have a lamp and light. Isn't that the case? Very, very important. Because I get up early quite frequently, I don't turn on the lights a lot. And I have to think really hard where I'm at to avoid stubbing my toe or kicking something. And I become well pleased when somebody has left something in the hallway that I get to meet on the dark morning. Okay? So, we talk about that. So, this thing about God's directions and God's commandments, they're lights and lamps for this dark place that we're going through, darker than your mornings are before the sunrise. And, he says, and the reproofs with the commandment and the teaching, proofs of the are the way of life. Bear this in mind. For others to reprove you is the way of life. Say this with me. For others to reprove me is the way of life. Now, did you notice how I changed that? Because it's me. For others, say this with me, to reprove me is the way of life. We're going to do it one more time. Join in with me. For others to reprove me is the way of life. This is getting with Jesus. This is joining Him in what He's doing. This is the way of life. That we have these reproofs that come to us, and we, like wisdom from above, entreat these and are, as James 3 says, willing to yield of this. Willing to yield. I am beefing up the muscle of the church for the climate we're in. We need to receive a reproof and be willing to yield because the wisdom of God says this is the way of life. Amen? How do you handle when somebody comes to you and tells you a fault? It's the way of life. Memorize this proverb. Quote it to yourselves if your emotion goes somewhere else. And my emotion goes somewhere else sometimes. Then do this. Because we need this on a daily basis.